How we see color is determined by our perception. All species take in the same stimulus, but how the brain perceives it varies between species and even sometimes between people. First, let's look at the dynamic duo, the rods and the cones. Think of them as day and night. They have opposite functions, but they work together to make sense of visual information. Cones come in 3 different types: red, blue, and green. These act as primary colors for the brain, and they overlap or mix to allow the brain to see other colors, just like mixing paint in art class. And like how on this color wheel, blue and red make purple. They are located in the eye, and it is possible for one or multiple of these cone types to not function correctly. This is what colors colorblindness. Because there can be malfunctions in different cones, there are several different types of colorblindness. Cones also detect detail and function best in well-lit conditions. These cells have a hotline to the brain, as each cone has at least one of its own bipolar cells, which send the information to the optic nerve, and the optic nerve sends the information to the visual cortex. On average, the human eye contains 6 million cone cells. This sounds like a lot until we compare it to the 120 million rod cells in the eye. There's a reason for this difference. Rods work in dim light, report data in grayscale, and are sensitive to movement. Rods don't have a hotline to the brain, and instead, multiple rods will all send data to the same bipolar cell. We know that rods and cones help us see, but how? There is the opponent process theory. Have you ever seen a greenish red? No, because the colors are opposites. Same with blue and yellow and black and white. Think of it as 2 sides of a coin. The coin is either heads or tails, never both. The colors are suppressing each other. This theory takes place as the visual impulses travel to the visual cortex, not in the cone cells. This is why sometimes we see after images. If you stare at something red, like a flag, for an extended period of time, and then look at something white, you will see a green after image, like this flag. White contains all colors, but because you were staring at something red, you have fatigued the red's firing ability. It is no longer suppressing the green at the same rate that it is being suppressed, so you see green.